All right, we have a new chapter of Heterogeneous Linguistics. Our boy here observing a pile of snake people tapping away on a large wooden board, trying to discern how is this communication? How are they getting and receiving messages from this? Who is talking to who exactly? Yeah, this one seems really difficult. So far a lot of his challenges are senses being used to communicate that he typically doesn't exert when communicating. Communication through smell, through movement. But when he kind of clicked as to that being what was happening, he could at least start perceiving the general flow of conversation and kind of look for what was being looked for, which does you a lot of good. Even if you don't know exactly what's being said, you at least understand the context of a conversation taking place. Whereas this is the big question. Who is talking to who exactly? If everyone is just sort of making noise on this board, tapping away at it, how could he even begin to understand who is talking to who, what sub-conversations are happening, how are people reading each other's emotional tones and stuff through this? Simply because I don't think he has like the audio dexterity to perceive it the way that these creatures do, right? Like it's very likely that these snake people can perceive exactly which taps are coming from which person. Whereas to him, it's just like this mindless, or not mindless, of course not mindless, but overwhelming, like an incomprehensible chatter of tapping. So this one's going to be tough. Can they really tell who is saying what? Yeah. I think they could. If this is how they've developed communication, then really they could. But I don't think he has any way to do that. It's not a question of learning a language or perceiving some different sense, but just something that his ears do not have the skill to do, perhaps. Lami often called waving, shaking jaw, whining jaw, etc. They do not speak, unclear how they communicate amongst themselves. Other species, they use their hands and tails. Ah, so the rhythm, tapping rhythm. This can perceive as the flapping of arms with the branch feet, the bird people. And the tail is imitating the movement of the head. My harpy movements. Replicates the harpy movements with some dignity. Walk, which he says with a rising inclination. And this, I don't know. This walk in normal voice, with flat intonation. Okay. He's kind of getting somewhere. Maybe. Which means the arm wing movement means to walk. Neck movement corresponds to the forms of old werewolf. Understand old werewolf. So here his minotaur friend trying to help or something, covering up the book. Maybe trying to suggest you're not going to learn this from a book. This book learning is futile. But our hero, of course, determines to keep reading. I think about the harpy language allowed for neck movements in all directions. And that represents its intense and passive active potential. Now, no. He runs off with the book. So I guess saying, yeah, this book learning is not happening right now. I don't think out of rudeness, all of this guy's kind of confusing actions so far, the Minotaurs, has always had some kind intention behind it, even if it is inscrutable. Sudden change. Alright, so everyone's leaving. The kid wants to follow them. It's field work after all. So he takes out a little gift. He's going to go talk to one of the werewolf people. They They accept the gift, but they're not saying anything. Have you lived here long? How long have you lived here? Tell me how long you live here. Interesting, interesting. So, first off, I just love whenever this series simulates like the bad grammar that he's using with his inability to actually speak fluently. He's got a bit of an accent, but that's fine. You know, that's never actually stopped him. It's not that sort of problem. It's that he doesn't quite understand the conventions of how to speak to people and what it means to ask a question in this case. That asking these questions didn't get him anywhere, but a command. Commanding the werewolf to tell him the information, I guess did. Tell me how long you've lived here. Looking around, I noticed kilns in the distance. There were tools and equipment around. Spin it for me. Spin it for me. The werewolf, again, in the way that he had to, not asking questions, but just demanding. Everyone ignoring him. Even trying to tap it out to the snake people, the Nagia. But not getting anywhere. Ah, but then this one lizard man does it. Without it saying anything. When asking for help, went back to work without any pleasantry spoken. Yeah, no thank you, no please, no sure, alright, I'll do it. Just things happening. The one helping simply took a few finished stones and walked away. They act this way around friends, too. Yes, this is quite the cold environment he's found himself in. And you can tell because the lizard men in other areas were quite jovial and helpful, and same with the werewolves, of course. So it's not a species type thing. It's just the culture of this area, it seems like, so minimal in their communication, so to the point, so functional. Lots of amazing people. Siski wants to be one too. Up their actions using scraps and branches lying around. She gave up trying to learn the Lamia language. Oh, sorry, I said, what did I say? Nadia? So I was thinking of Naga people from Magic the Gathering. Lamia, sure. It appeared cold and distant, but it seems that's not the case. Whoa! So as soon as she wants to start doing this stuff, they start bringing her a bunch of tools. How cute! How nice! That's just their way of doing things. By evening, Suzuki was able to make a stone knife like them. Lamia is tapping the board, but I can't understand. And gives her a block. It looks happy, the Lamia. I mean, I don't know. But to me, that's just like a, nice. Reward, I guess. Not very good. So flat. Oh, how strange. It's not just the language barrier here, but the cultural barrier. I can't figure out. Are they kind? Are they cold? What's going on? This and this you hold. After dinner, Mo gave me the notebook back with some pages removed. Offering of apology? Smells like cheese. Whoa, Suzuki's like all about it. She starts freaking out. What's going on? What were the removed pages? Not even Mo knows what this is. Pages are removed because I was trying to read them. There's something off about this page. Whoa, what? So what is going on here? This one is very, very strange. Because up until now, there's been kind of two worlds, right? And this is one of the main dynamics of this series. He's got his notebook, which has notes from his professor and notes that he's made and textbook type learning. And then he's got his like real experience, things people are actually saying and doing. And it's all about trying to match them up, seeing where the book fails, seeing where the book offers insights, things like that. But they've always been very, very separate, right? He's the only one that can understand this book. He's the only one that's looking at it. But now, the book's been messed with, pages removed, and there's something off about this page. How mysterious. Ooh, okay. So I don't know, I feel like this hints at something much deeper and more mysterious than kind of our fun mysteries up until now. This might actually, I don't know, like so far the series doesn't really have much of a plot, which I actually really like. I was very happy with very little urgency or some overall goal, him just heading out into the world of monsters and things just happening as they happen. But I feel like this is the first kind of deeper mystery, not just our adventures with each camp, with each species, but something even more. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out in probably about a month or something. All right. I don't know. I love this series. I hope you do too.